Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Arnold McCoy, and welcome to Channel 4 News. Our first story is about the treatment of Native Americans. Now, while we are in the midst of a political movement, we must look at the Americans who've been discriminated against since the original European settlers, from being kicked off their land and moved around the country like a bag of potatoes. They have continuously been the poorest Americans and suffer from the highest unemployment rates. Even though the population has grown, they continue to have major health problems and a short life expectancy. Now, I'm a strong believer that all Americans are equal, but it seems the government thinks differently. The Termination Acts forcing natives out of reservations and to live in urban areas while still being broke to all the land treaties being broken. And nowadays, the American Indian movement has grown tired of the slow pace of reform and taken it to themselves to change the government. Now, the reason we're on this subject is because Channel 4 News has recently obtained footage from a civilian of an unarmed Native American man being beaten by a local officer. And now, here with the Native American man, our extremely handsome reporter, Tim McGraw. Thank you, Arnold. I'm here with Littlefish, the man in the video that you just saw. So, Littlefish, you're a victim of police brutality. Could you tell us how that happened?
See, I was participating in the longest walk, and he came over very aggressively and told me to get down. So I put my hands up and he threw me to the ground. He proceeded to keep throwing others to the ground and beating them with his club. And I got up, and when he came at me, I began to run away from him.
So I noticed that you're wearing the same clothes that you were wearing in the video. Could you tell me why?
Well, you see, Tim, I live on a reservation, and the government doesn't care for us, or they don't really treat us right. Everyone there is very poor or unemployed, like myself. I've been unemployed for about 4 months now after the company I worked for moved away.
You were part of the protests. What do you think about other protests, like the American Indian protests?
I don't approve of the violent nature that they take, but I understand where they're coming from. They feel unheard, they're angry over the slowness of the movement that we're making. They want to take it into their own hands and be able to protect themselves and their land. So in a way, I understand where they're coming from, but I don't really approve of their violence.
Do you feel he was justified?
I feel like the officer used an unnecessary amount of force, but my people have become accustomed to government employees or government officials pretty much throwing us down and treating us like dirt. But I feel proud that my experience has become acknowledged by many people of the country, and people see how we've been treated.
Thank you for joining us on Channel 4 News, and good night, America.